Welcome to Horton Arena here in Normal, Illinois, as your Norfolk State University Spartans get set to take on the Illinois State Redbirds. Ross Gordon here courtside for the first ever broadcast right here on NSU Athletics, the live stream here on our campus. As we get set for action, we welcome you to Horton Arena. It is a return to Horton Arena. This is the old arena where you would find the likes of people like Doug Collins, who's here today. They play one game a year here in the Horton Arena, and they call it the return to Horton. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit more comfortable confines here in Norfolk, Illinois. Their regular arena is across the parking lot from here, but this arena now holds an indoor track facility. It also holds their circus program here in Normal. As Norfolk State comes in, they've been here since yesterday. They look to get things going here today against a team in Illinois State, which really has bounced back from their season last year under Coach Ryan Peck, and they look to get going here today against the Spartans. A better ball game on paper coming into this game today than we thought at the beginning of the season, but the Spartans have an opportunity to keep their winning streak alive as they knocked off VCU last Friday at the Siegel Center, and they look to continue their winning ways in just a few moments here in Normal. When we come back, we'll have our pregame interview with the head coach of Norfolk State University, Coach Rob Jones. You're listening to NSU Basketball right here on the NSU Sports Network.
Hello, welcome back to the Spartan pregame show. Ross Gordon joined now by the head coach of Norfolk State University, Coach Rob Jones. Coach Jones got selected today. I guess we're the lucky ones to be in the return to Horton Arena game here in Illinois. First of all, we got a week off. We get a day off. What have been some of those things that you've worked on to just try to get your team prepared for our biggest break of the year against Illinois State? Yeah, I think one of the biggest things for us is we came out of that ball game against VCU with the mindset that we can't play with anybody anywhere. And I think that's a good mindset to have. But it started in Wichita. You talked about that Wichita trip. What was something that we did in that Wichita game, even though it was a loss, that you saw that we were prepared to go to that VCU game? Coach, for us, it's just about being who we are on the offensive side of the basketball. I think one of the good things we did in that game on Friday is we kept attacking the rim. I think we can't hit threes. I know you're not shooting the way you like to, but when this team is aggressive, you'll get more open threes as well as you'll get good looks at the rim.
No question. You would hope that we're not going to keep the 2 team. One type of silly numbers, we think that we have better shooters than that. So once they start making shots and showing a lot of offensive more, as long as the defense stay consistent, then we'll have a chance at every game that we play.
And you mentioned the defense consistency. I think, if anything, that was what you've been saying the last couple of weeks is defense travels, and we've been doing a good job of defending the basketball. And games like that, we did a good job of keeping our hands off for the most part, and we know we're going to have the same kind of environment tonight. We've got to be very, 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 very solid defensively and stay in front of our men.
It's probably going to be more roughness tonight because the VCU was bipartisan. Even though they were totally 50-50, it was still bipartisan. Tonight, there is no, you won't see a lot of green, you won't see a lot of gold in the building. So we got to try to keep the crowd out of there as much as possible. I know this is a game that they look forward to every year they return to that old arena, and I know, some of the older alums just people that look forward to this game. So we got to try to, basically do the party. And the way to do that is to be sound, try to keep getting turnovers that we get in, build the one shot, take away splash plays, and do what we got to do offensively.
That's one of the biggest things that I think that if you look at our record, it says a lot about where this team is this year, is our assist to turnover ratio. Even our turnover, just our turnover number is down way down from where you have seen it in the past, and we've had good ball handlers. We've done a good job of holding on to the basketball machine.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what turnover that, but I know the last 4 games have been at least single digits. So we've only played 9 games, and they got to be somewhere good right now. So we hope to continue that. We hope to just be solid. And like I told them, I think only good basketball players turn the ball over there. They're tired of being careless. If you're a good basketball player, you should turn the ball. So we've been not turning the ball. Let's keep our fingers crossed for another successful night.
Speaking of not turning the ball over, our point guard is leading us in scoring. He did a good job of leading us in the last couple of ball games, not only in scoring, but getting the things going. I think one thing that you like about what Jamari has done is he's been the catalyst getting us going early in ball games. And that's somewhere where we struggled a bit last year, just getting going.
Yeah. He wants to score it. There's no doubt about it. He wants to shoot. He wants to score it. It's just sometimes controlling your emotions and making the right plays. Because the thing with him, as the season goes on, he's going to draw more and more attention to himself. So him making everyone else that are around him is really key for his success and for our success.
I think one of the things that I like about what we've done is we've shown ourselves to be pretty good on a national stage. And another national stage was tonight. I know a lot of people don't look at ESPN Plus and say it's ESPN2 or ESPN. But this is one of the biggest recruiting tools you have, because you don't have to go to somebody's gym. You can say, look, this is what we are. You can always pull this game up. We've seen a lot of nationally televised games. What's some of the things that you, besides what I said, that helps the program?
Pretty much everything you said, the exposure. Kids want to play in exposure. They want to play and know that they get seen by somebody. And with the ESPN platforms, you get seen by somebody out there. So it's just another one of the game for that platform. Hopefully we take full advantage of it and come on and done.
Besides rebounding, I know that's going to be something that's big for you tonight. Even though we lost the rebounding battle at VCU, we still did control our boards the way we needed to control them, especially on the defensive end. What's going to be one of some of the other keys tonight to really get a victory here in a tough environment?
Try to keep the crowd in their seats as much as possible. And like I said, that's playing sound defense, taking away splash plays, doing some good things for us offensively and things like that. So that's going to be the key. Just play a really solid defense overall, because it's not a team with a dynamic scorer. It's a team that has 5 guys that can kind of get you double figures at one point or another. So the leader scored 11 points, second leader scored 11 points. It's not like what we see recently with like 15, 16, 17, 18. That kind of number in college basketball is a more dynamic number. 10 or 11, 9, 8 is just like a really good player, but not so dynamic. So we have to be real solid in our approach. And then the last thing is just, you got to make some shots on the goal. I guess we won the VCU by not making shots, but that's not going to happen very often. You have to make shots on the goal.
I know it's going to sound crazy, but this is one of the senior heaviest teams we'll see. All their 5 are either seniors or graduate students in the starting lineup, which is something that's very, very interesting and very, very rare in this day and age. So it's a pretty old team. So we have our hands full tonight, but I'm sure you have a plan, and I'm sure we're going to come out on top. We'll talk to you after the ball game. You don't have to walk very far right beside you. So we'll talk to you after the ball game. Norfolk State and Illinois State right after the break on the NSU Sports Network.
Hello, we welcome you back again to Normal, Illinois, as we get set for basketball action here on the NSU Sports Network on YouTube, as NSU is getting set to look to improve on their 6-3 record. The Spartans doing an amazing job this year, getting to a good space as they knocked off VCU on Friday to get ready for today's ball game as they now take on Illinois State, a team that came and struggled a lot last year. And they are now to a good space under the second-year head coach, Ryan Pedden. Ross Gordon again here on the NSU Sports Network. Glad to have you here with us on the YouTube today as we begin to try to extend our reach here on the NSU Sports Network. We thank you for joining us here on this evening. Ross Gordon again on the call. It's going to be Illinois State starting this lineup. Miles Foster will get the start. He averages 9 points and 6.8 rebounds in the front court for the Redbirds. Kendall Lewis will also get the start. 9 points, 5.8 rebounds. Malachi Poindexter, Dalton Banks. Dalton Banks will also get the start. Darius Buford and will round out the start lineup. Those three will be in the backcourt. Malachi Poindexter averages 8.4 points per game and 3.2 rebounds. Dalton Banks gets the start, as well as Banks comes in averaging 11.4 points per game, 3.4 rebounds. Buford, 11.3 points per game and 2.1 rebounds. So it's Foster, Lewis, Poindexter, and Banks for Illinois State. The Spartans will counter with Christian Ings, Jamari Thomas in the backcourt. Ings averaging on the season 8.5 points per game and pulling down 1.5 rebounds. Thomas averaging 17.9 points per game and 3.5 rebounds. In the front court, it'll be Meding, Blayton, and Darden. Darden averaging 7.8 points per game, 5.3 points per game for Blayton, and 2.3 rebounds. And 8 points for Meding to go along with 3.5 rebounds. Jelani Darden averaging 7.8 rebounds as well. As the tip is up, it's won by Norfolk State. The Spartans moving from right to left on your radio dial as Philly will bring it into the front court for NSU. He gets it off to Thomas. Thomas left wing. Thomas looks for ball screen, gets it, kicks it off to Meding. Meding will get it back to Jamari. Jamari in between the circles, work with the right-hand dribble, gets into the painted area, loses the basketball, stolen away by Lewis. Lewis will bring it into the front court. Gets it off to Banks. Banks working right side. Banks drags, gets it off to Foster. Foster swings it into the hands of Poindexter. Poindexter double team finds Buford. Buford swings it off left wing now. Here is driving Foster. Foster kicks it off to Banks. Banks, one more pass. Here's a three, way off. Air ball. And a shot clock violation. There should be a shot clock violation on the Redbirds. And it will be a shot clock violation, as Buford might have been shooting that at the rims in the other stadium, as that one was way off with 19:07 left to go here in the first quarter, first half. Both teams turned it over on their first possessions as Ings brings it into the front court. Ings working, gets it off into the hands of Blayton. Blayton hands it back to Ings, top of the key. Left wing now to Blayton. Blayton looking inside, can't get it there. Drives with the right hand. Kicks it out to Thomas. Thomas looks for a ball screen with 9 on the shot clock. Spots up long three on the way up and good. Maury gets his first basket, and the Spartans on the board here in the first half, leading 3-0. With the basketball quickly into the front court for the Redbirds, here's Buford. Buford gets it off to Foster. Foster dribbles left side, working against Blayton. Backing his way in, the quick double comes, and he carries it or travels, one of the two. Check that. Give that foul to Meding. Well, picks up his first. That's going to be the team's first. And with 18-19 left to go here in the first half, inbound pass comes to the hands of Lewis, and Lewis is going to be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. As Blayton picks up his first, team's first. Team second, check that. Here, and it will put Lewis at the free throw line for 2. He puts the first up and good. And Illinois State on the board. Trailing now by 2. 3-1, 18-17 left to go here in the first half as the second free throw's no good. Blayton pulls down the rebound for NSU, quickly off to Philly. Philly up the right-hand side of the floor, hands it off to Thomas. Thomas kicks it to Darden. Darden back to Thomas. Ball screen coming. Thomas picks up his dribble, swings it off to Darden. Darden, top of the key, kicks it to Philly. Philly inside for Blayton, working on the left-hand baseline. 10 on the shot clock. Blayton backs his way in, spins, steps through, puts out the floater, up and good. Blayton now gets his first deuce, and the Spartans now lead 5-1. As Illinois State and Banks will bring it back into the front court. Here's Poindexter. Swings it off to Foster. Foster, left wing to Banks. Banks kicks it to Buford. One more pass in the corner to Poindexter. Poindexter to Buford. Buford gets his pass tipped, but right into the hands of Banks. Here's a drive and a kick the ball out of bounds by Lewis. Another turnover for the Redbirds, who now trail 5-1, 17-28 left to go here in the first half. Here's Ings. Pardon me if things are a little slow today. I'm going to have to broadcast this thing through the back of Coach Jones as the basketball's in the hands of Jamari Thomas. Thomas looks for a ball screen, and he's going to be fouled by Foster. Foster hedging there high on the screen, and a foul is going to be called against Foster. That's his first, team's first, with 17-14 left to go here in the period. Here's Ings. Looks off at Darden. Darden to Thomas. Thomas scoops it into Darden. Darden's going to get fouled as he goes up, and Darden's going to go to the free throw line. Check that. Blayton's going to go to the free throw line for 2. That foul's going to go on Malachi Poindexter. That's his first, team second. And Blayton will be at the free throw line for 2. Blayton will go to the free throw line for the first time today for NSU. As he toes the line, puts the first free throw up, and it is up and good. It rattles home. Blayton now with 3 points. Blayton at the line for his second as the Spartans open up a 5-point advantage, 6-1. Blayton at the line for his second. It's on the way up and good. 4 early points for Tyrell Blayton, and the Spartans now lead 7-1 with 17 minutes to go here in the first half as Banks has it in the backcourt, brings it into the front court quickly. Looks into the corner, hits a 3 up, and it's no good. Taken in the corner there by Poindexter. Rebound comes down to Thomas. And Thomas will bring it into the front court. Thomas working, pulls up, right-hand elbow, jump shot up and good. That's 5 for Thomas and the Spartans. Now lead 9-1 as Buford comes into the front court. Buford has it right wing, the Spartans. And a man-to-man as Buford kicks it off into the hands of Lewis. Lewis left wing. Now for Poindexter. Poindexter looking inside for Lewis. Can't get it there. Up top. Here's Poindexter. Couple double teams come. Banks. Double team. And he steps through. And a foul's going to be called on Blayton. That's his second. 16-13. Left to go as Isaiah Chambers checks in. 16-13 left to go here in the first half. Checking in will be Pitts for Illinois State as Banks has the top of the key. 20 on the shot clock. Banks drives, gets up top to Buford. Buford thought about the green, now looks for a screen. Drives left. Kicks it off into the hands of Banks. He fires a 3 up, no good. Rebound snatched away by Ings, and the Spartans flip the push. Back quickly, here's Billy. Billy gets it off to Thomas. 3 in transition, up, no good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Medine. He lays it up, no good. Medine comes down with the rebound and is taken away from him by Foster. Foster quickly up the floor. Here's Banks on the drive. Banks kicks it around the perimeter. Here's Buford, top of the key now. Buford swings it into the corner. Now gets it back top of the key. 3 on the way for Buford's up, and it's no good. Rebound pulled away by Medine quickly into the hands of Philly. And Philly will set up the offense for NSU. Ings swings it off to Medine. Medine gets it back to Philly. Philly, right wing, drives with the right hand. Steps into the paint area, puts up the floater, no good. Rebound pulled down by Illinois State. Kendall Lewis, The Spartans with 15-10 left to go in the first half, leading by 6, 7-1. Here's Banks, left wing down to Pitts. Pitts into the corner. Finds Lewis. Lewis picks up his dribble now. Sends it inside to Foster. Foster lays it up, no good, but Isaiah Jenkins is going to get hit with his first foul, and that's going to be the 14th foul on the Spartans, and that will send us to the under 16 media timeout. The Spartans lead it by 8, 9-1 with 14:57 left to go here in the first half. You're listening to NSU basketball right here on the NSU Sports Network. Is your score. Norfolk State leading by 8 for the second time. Today we'll see free throws coming from the Redbirds of Illinois State. Miles Foster is a 40% free throw shooter. Will have to. Kendall Lewis split a pair a few moments ago to put the Redbirds on the board. As Foster toes the line, the lefty puts the first free throw up and good. Foster will have one more. Foster toes the line to make it a 6-point ball game. Foster toes the line. Puts the second free throw up, and it is good. Gets the bounce. That's 2 points now for Foster, and it's now a 6-point lead for the Spartans, 9-3. As Thomas brings the ball back into the front court for NSU. Smart working with the left hand. Looking for a ball screen, gets doubled, swings off to Maddox. Beding in the corner, finds Philly. Philly off to Thomas. Thomas on the drive, and he's going to be bumped. And no shot. Foul's going to be called. Kinzinger will pick up the fouls he just checked in. That's the second team foul, as we'll see Darden check out. Betran checks in for the first time tonight for the Spartans. Betran, the third. Second leading scorer for the Spartans. Baseline out of bounds now for Jamari Thomas. Mari will look to get it in. Gets it in to Beding. Beding, Philly now with it. Looks off for Betran. Betran back to Philly. Philly looks for a ball screen. Roach right. Kicks it off to Betran. Betran gets his man in the air. Pulls up. Fadeaway jump shot up. No good. Rebound comes down to the hands of Kinzinger. Kinzinger into the front court, picks up his dribble, kicks it off to Foster. Foster to the corner, finds Buford, back to Foster. Foster on the drive, spins, gets into the painted area, turns, looks off, and losing it on the way up was Lewis, and back quickly comes Philly. Philly kicks into the painted area, kicks it out to Meding. Meding off to Thomas, and Jamari will set up the offense. 13:55 left to go here in the first half. Here's Isaiah. Isaiah off to Meding. Meding back to Jamari. Jamari looks for a ball screen, doesn't use it. Working time to key, drives with the right hand. Goes behind his back, kicks it off to Meding. Spots up three on the way off. Rebound, pull down, backside by the Redbirds. Boston top of the key. He spots up three on the way for him. It's up, no good. Rebound snatched away by Meding. Meding quickly off to Philly. Philly has it in between the circles now, working against the man-to-man defense. Philly gets the ball stolen away from him, and the foul will be called. It's going to be the first on Philly. Fifth on the Spartans as Jenkins checks in. Lee also will check in for Illinois State. It's inbound, gets it off to Kinzinger. Kinzinger, Lee back to Kinzinger. The double comes as Lee has it, kicks it off. Here's Pitts, he's over, three on the way for him, no good. Rebound, pull down and out of bounds. It's down to three now. Redbirds will inbound. The inbound pass comes to Buford. Buford swings it into the corner to the hands of Lewis. Back to Buford. Buford drives the baseline, cut off. Gets it off to Lewis. Lewis in the drive. And he trips and falls and travels. Nice defense there by Tyrese Jenkins. As we'll see Zupi check in. Zupi will get his first action, and the Spartans still lead by 6, 9-3, as both teams have put the lid on the basket here as Jenkins has it, looks off for Chambers. Chambers top of the key, hands it off to Ings. Ings working, looks for a ball screen, gets it. Gets the ball. Out of bounds, that's going to be a turnover for the Spartans. Billy will check out into the ball game with Phil Anderson. Illinois State will bring back Banks. Team leading scored 11 points per game. Brings it to the front court, gets it off to Buford. Buford pulls up from 17. No good. Rebound snatched away by Chambers. Quickly off to B-Train. B-Train working right side, looks for a ball screen, swings it off to Thomas. Thomas off to Jenkins, quick trip on the three, up, no good. Chambers pulls down the rebound for the Spartans. He swings it off to Thomas. He spots up three on the way for him, up and good. For Jamari, that's his second three. He's got 8, and the Spartans now up by 9, 12-3 with 11:56 left to go here in the first half. We'll take a timeout on the floor as the Spartans lead by 9. This is NSU basketball, NSU Sports Network. State leading Illinois State here in the first half. A very lively atmosphere here in Normal. Not a normal atmosphere here in Normal. You like the way I did that. Anthony Mendez, our great manager, here sitting beside me. And we are close to the floor. We're close to the action as NSU leads 12-3. Both teams not shooting the ball very well, but in the first half, Norfolk State 4 of 10 from the floor. The Spartans have held Illinois State for the first 8 minutes and 3 seconds without a field goal, just 0 for 7 to start the game, with 4 turnovers for the Redbirds as Dalton Banks gets it all to Kinzinger. Kinzinger looks for a ball screen, looks backside, gets it to Buford. Buford inside for Lee. Lee double, kicks it out to Jamari Thomas. Thomas was named the HBCU Defensive Player of the Week. Averaged 4 steals last week in 2 games. Gets his first there as B-Tran has it, working on the baseline. Fadeaway jump shot up for B-Tran, no good. Buford comes down with the rebound for Illinois State. He'll push up the middle of the floor, working against Daryl Anderson, his lead. Now swings it off to Gazutsky. He finds a space, kicks it off to Buford. 3 on the way for him, it's on the way up, no good. Rebound, fought for, and pulled down by the Spartans. Tyrese Jenkins quickly off to Jamari Thomas. Thomas working. Steps into another 3. It's on the way up, in and out. Rebound, pulled down by Kazutsky. 12-3 is your score now. The Spartans leading by 9. Banks, a couple ball screens. The Spartans ground, finds Lee. Inside, Lee loses the handle of the basketball. Jamari Thomas is going to be the last person to touch it. Basketball is going to stay with Illinois State, as we'll see Miles Foster.
19 was on the shot clock.
Check in. 19 was on the shot clock. That's where they'll reset it. Forceful there for the official. With 10:43 left to go here in the first half. Buford makes it one more off the Kinzinger. 3's on the way for him. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jenkins. Tyrese gets it off to Thomas, and Thomas will bring it into the front court. Jamar looks off for B-Tran. B-Tran looks for a ball screen. Drives with the right hand, bump, and he'll be fouled. Who's going to get this one? Give that one to Darius Buford. That's his first. Team's 4. Team's 4th. Norfolk State with 5. And the inbound pass comes in to Isaiah Chambers. Chambers will hand it off to Thomas. Thomas will get the ball from the sideline. Looks for ball screen, gets it. Works. With the right hand, kicks out to Jenkins. Another 3 from Tyrese. It's up. It's good. Reese makes it a 12-point lead for the Spartans at 15-3 with 10 minutes to go here in the first half. That's a big shot there for Reese, as he's not been shooting the basketball very well here lately. Back quickly, Poindexter swings it. Here's a drive. Now kick out to Poindexter. He finds the 3. It's no good. Isaiah Chambers comes down with the rebound, gets it taken away. Illinois State rebounds Foster. He's got 4. And the Spartans now lead by 10. Inside for Jamari Thomas. Short jump on the way up. No good. Too short. Rebound pulled down by Banks. Banks steps into a 3 in transition on the way up. Banks gets his first field goal. 2 straight baskets. The Redbirds is now a 7-point lead for the score, 15-8. Right side, swings off to Jenkins. Jenkins back to Thomas. Thomas to B-Tran. B-Tran works with the right hand. Backs the play in. Puts the ball over the way. Ding checks in for NSU, and so does Christian Ings. Banks working right side, drives the basket, gets his shot blocked. Rebound comes down into the hand. Austin will be fouled. And Ings is going to pick up his second. That's two. Two on Christian Ings. That's 2 fouls for Christian Ings. As the Spartans will send Foster back to the free the line for 2. He's 2 for 2 today, puts the first dip and good. 6-0 run now for the Redbirds. With 8:24 left to go here in the first half, the second shot is up, no good. Foster with the top of the key. Working, looks off for Kinzinger. Kinzinger kicks it off. Here's a drive from Banks. It's cut off. Now working, kicks it off to Kinzinger. He comes back to 3 and travel. Check in. Spartans will handle the offense down for NSU. Working left side. Gill picks up his dribble, working left side, and kicks it off to Anderson. Darrell back to Gill with 13 on the shot clock. Gill looks for a ball screen. Crosses up, gets into the paint there. He puts up a goal. Here's the drive, going to the basket, laying it up off the glass. Left to go here in the first half. Norfolk State leading 15-9, but it's been a 6-0 run by the Redbirds, and we'll see more free throws as Miles Foster, who's 3 of 4, will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Foster today has 5 of the 9 points. He also has pulled down 3 rebounds. As the first is up, and he gets the bounce. 6 points tonight for Miles Foster. Spartans lead by 5, 15-10. Second shot coming up for Foster. It's on the way, it's up, and it is good. 7 points for Foster, who is now 5 of 6 from the charity strike on the evening as Thomas back in for NSU. So it's Meding as Kuel gives Jamar a screen. Jamar picks up his dribble, kicks it off to Meding. Back to Jamar. Jamar working, left side, swings it off to Daryl Anderson. Anderson. Not on the shot clock, gets it off to Jamar Thomas. Thomas. Pounded, gets it off to Meding. Meding puts it up no good, but the foul will be called. And it's going to go against Kinzinger, who picks up his second. And we'll see 2 free throws coming from Meding. 7:12 left to go here in the first half. The Spartans leading by 4, making 5 as Quell gets his first points of the ball game. As he knocks in the first free throw, Buford in. For Illinois State. Second shot coming up for Quell is up, and he can't get at the ball. Rebound pulled down by Poindexter. The Spartans lead by 5, 16-11. The basketball now. Here is Budzinski. He finds the 3 top of the key, doesn't go. Daryl Anderson pulls down the rebound quickly off to Jamari Thomas. 6:57 left to go. It's been huge droughts in this ball game for both teams. Norfolk State 5 of 15 in the first half, 2 of 14 for Redbirds with 6:45 left to go here in this first half. Here's Darden. Gets it off to Thomas. Thomas swings it off to Jenkins. Quick trigger on the 3 for Tyrese. It's up and good. Reese with 2 trays, and the Spartans back up by 8, 19-11. 6:28 left to go here in the first half as we see a quick gets off to Kaczynski. He finds another 3. It's short. Rebound comes down to Tyrese Jenkins. Quickly off to Thomas. Spartans up by 8, 19-11 with 6:15 left to go here in the first half. Thomas working, looks for a ball screen, drives, picks up his dribble, pulls up from 15 on the way up, no good. Meding fights for the rebound, loses it on the way up, and it tips into the hands of Buford. Buford pushes off, puts up the ball. As Thomas will bring it into the front court. The Spartans lead by 6, 19-13. Official said they missed the push there by Buford. No one else did as Thomas looks off for Darden. Darden spins, kicks it off to Jenkins. Corner tray ball for Jenkins. Up no good. Rebound. Pull down. And back quickly goes Buford. He gets the ball stolen away from him. And it's a 2-on-1 break. Here comes Thomas. He goes to the basket, puts it up, no good. Meding comes down with the rebound. He's going to be fouled. Give that foul to Buford. That's his second. As Davis will check in, he'll replace Buford. 6-point lead for the Spartans, 19-13, 5:17 left to go here in the first half as Darden will trigger the inbound for the Spartans. Darden gets it in, and it's going to be stolen away. As the Spartans will bring the ball into the front, as the Redbirds will bring the ball into the front court. Here's Poindexter. Poindexter drives with the left hand, gets into the painted area, travels a little bit. As the ball is swung off. Davis in the hands of Banks. Banks gets it off the Poindexter. Gets it in the air, finds the 3's up. No good, might have been blocked by Daryl Anderson. Rebound comes down to the hands of Thomas. And the Spartans will bring it into the front court. 19-13 to score. 4:35 left to go here in the first half. Here's Jamar Thomas working right side. Kicks it off to Meding. Meding gets it to Darden. Darden works with the left hand, kicks it off to Jenkins with 7 on the shot clock. Jenkins kicks it out to Anderson. Quick trick on the 3 on the way for Daryl. Up, no good. Rebound, pull down. The foul will be called. Spartans. Mading will check out. As we'll see more free throws coming from Illinois State. It's a 1-and-1 for Banks. He's a 66% free throw shooter. The front end is up and good. Banks will go to the line for a second. The Spartans lead by 5, 19-14. Banks toes the line. It's on the way up, and it is no good. Daryl Anderson comes down with the rebound. Spartans lead by 5, 19-14. As Thomas brings it to the front court, 4:05 left to go here in the first half. And Thomas holds. Hands it off to Jenkins, back to Thomas with 10 on the shot clock. Here's Isaiah Chambers, free throw line, turns, gets into the painted area, puts it up off the glass and good. That's a big bucket there by 9. But the Spartans now up by 7, 21-14. Chris Fields gets the check in for the Spartans. The basketball. Here is Banks. Banks looks to drive, and the foul will be called against Darden. That's going to be his first. And when we come back, we'll have 4 free throws. We'll take a timeout. Norfolk State leading 21-14. You're listening to NSU basketball on NSU Sports Network. Norfolk State is 7, 21-14, 3:30 left to go. Here in the first half, Chris Fields checks in. He replaces Tyrese Jenkins. Banks will go to the free throw line for 2. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He's got 4 points. With 3:30 left to go in the first half, the Spartan lead is 7. The first free throw's up and good. As the second shot comes up for Banks. It's up and good. 6 for Banks and the Spartans. That lead by 5, 21-16. 3:26 left to go here in the first half as Thomas gets it off to B-Tran, who just checked back in. B-Tran off to Fields. Fields kicks it out to Thomas. 3 is going to be blocked. Thomas comes down with the rebound, puts it up, and he's going to be fouled. And it's going to go against Foster. Foster will pick up his second. And Jamari Thomas will get up slowly. Mari has 8 points here tonight. As they're going to review this. As Jamari Thomas not looking in the right direction. His bench is on this way. Hopefully everything's all right with Jamari. As Jamari comes to the sideline, they're going to review it. See if there was forcible contact to the head area. As the officials are going to look at it. Look at some numbers here for you tonight. 7 of 22 on the Spartans. From the floor, 4 of 12 from distance. 17% for the Redbirds, 3 of 18 for 8%. 1 of 13 from downtown. That's actually 8%. They're shooting 17%. And it's going to be a common foul. So the Spartans will be at the free throw line for 2. Jamari Thomas looking for double figures here in the first half. And the Spartans have 21. He has 8 of those 21. Thomas will have 2. And Thomas toes the line. It's the front end of 2 up and good. 9 for Mari. He'll have 1 more. As the Spartans now lead by 6, 22-16. As Thomas will go to the line for a second. It's all the way up and good. Mari in double figures here in the first half. He has 10. And the Spartans now lead by 7 again, 23-16. And basketball in the hands of Lewis. Lewis and Poindexter play catch as the ball's swung off to Poindexter. Here's Banks, top the key. Banks looks off and inside. Here's a drive and a layup. Off the glass. Poindexter, that's his person. Basket for the Spartans. Now lead by 5, 23-18. Back quickly comes Thomas. Kicks it out to Fields. His 3 in the corner. It's up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Banks. Banks leads Lewis. Lewis gets his shot blocked from behind by Chris Fields. And the basketball's going to stay with Illinois State. Nice recovery there by Chris. As the inbounds pass is going to be stolen away by Jamari Thomas. As Daryl Anderson gets up a little slow as Thomas comes down on the floor. And we're going to have Daryl Anderson in pain. Not quite sure what happened to Daryl there. I don't know. There's Jamari Thomas. Daryl Anderson still on the floor. Holding his face. Tyrese Jenkins is going to check in for him. The Spartans lead by 5, 23-18. Darrell will come to the sideline gingerly. As the Spartans lead by 5, 23-18. The basketball will belong to Illinois State with 2:17 left to go here in the first half. Banks has the inbound. The Spartans will pick up full court. Banks quickly to the front court. Ball screen comes. And the Spartans wanted a turnover, but and Jones now asking for a little assistance from the officials at the second yard timeout. As Norfolk State in the bonus. Will have the basketball. They'll inbound right in front of our table.
Straight up, guys, straight up.
As Poindexter will get it in to lead. Gets it off to Banks. Back to Poindexter. Fadeaway jumper, up and good. Smart lead is now only 23-20 with 1:50 left to go here in the first half. Chambers, swinging off the B-train. B-train gets it off to Thomas. On the drive, kicks it back to B-train. Corner, back to Thomas with 10 on the shot clock. Thomas working. Spins, free throw line jumper on the way up for him, up and good. Thomas now with 12. The Spartans now lead by 5, 25-20, 1:15 left to go. And the first half. Here's Banks. Looking inside for Lee, working on the baseline. Lee gets it off to Poindexter. Poindexter up top to Banks. Looking for a ball screen, sweeps through. Picks up his dribble with 3 on the shot clock. And it's going to be a turnover as the Spartans are going to force another turnover. Another good defensive possession there by the Spartans. Led by Chris Fields, the young kid, makes the play. And the Spartans with 48.8 seconds to go will take a timeout. Here to set up what could be their final possession of the first half. Good defense there for the Spartans helping. As NSU leading by 5. The largest lead was 12, I believe, in the first half. That's how many points that Jamari Thomas has tonight for NSU. He's got 12 points. The largest lead was 12 with 10:07 left to go. 15-3 for NSU. The Spartans lead by 5 now, 25-20. Chris Fields will trigger the inbound. 48.8 seconds to go. Fields gets it into Thomas. Bring it into the middle of the floor. Thomas now works right side. Gets it off the B-train. On the drive with the right hand. Gets cut off. Spins, puts up the hook shot up and good. B-train now with his first basket. And the Spartans now lead by 7, 27-20 with 20 seconds to go here in the first half. The basketball. Here's Banks looking for a ball screen. Gets it. Tries to turn the corner, but the Spartans are there. Can't see anything now as Banks kicks it off. Here's a 3 coming. It's up, and it's no good. 7 seconds to go. gets into the paint area, puts up the floater, no good, and that's the way we're going. In the halftime, 9-point lead, and the break for the Spartans 27-22. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to NSU basketball right here on the NSU Sports Network. Halftime here from Illinois State. The Spartans lead it by 5 now, 27-22. The Spartans jumped out quickly on the Redbirds. It's been all NSU for most of the first half. And NSU has done a great job here in the first half of keeping Illinois State at bay. Their defense has been the catalyst today for Coach Jones and his squad. As NSU has held Illinois State for 6 of 23 shooting, 1 of 14 from downtown. The Spartans again in this first half were led in scoring by Jabari Thomas. He had 12 points on 4 of 12 shooting here today, as NSU has also gotten 6 points off the bench from Tyrese Jenkins on 2 3-pointers here today, as the Spartans have done a pretty solid job of keeping this Illinois State team at bay here in Normal, Illinois. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk to Tyrese Jenkins on NSU Sports Network. Welcome back to Spartan Spotlight, the 5th edition, and what we do, we bring number 5 into the Spartan Spotlight, Tyrese Jenkins of the men's basketball team. He's a senior from Richmond, Virginia. First of all, Tyrese, welcome to the Spartan Spotlight, and good to have you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate being here.
Hey, Tyrese, man, you're a fixture now. It seems like you've been here forever. First there was Joe Bryant here forever. Now there's Tyrese Jenkins, who's here forever. You've seen some of the same things, the highs, the lows, the championships. I don't think you haven't been in the championship game since you've been in.
Yeah.
Since you've been in school.
First year got canceled because of COVID.
Yeah.
After that.
It's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of like a whirlwind that you've always had a chance for a championship. How does that feel?
I mean, when I came here, when I first admitted it, I knew it was going to be able to have a chance for a championship, go to March Madness. So that's just been my main focus the whole time, whatever it is to get to that game and win. That's what I'm trying to do.
Man, you're from Virginia. You're a Virginia guy, not too far from Richmond. You get to play in Richmond for the first time.
Yeah.
I believe. I know that's going to be exciting for you.
Probably a sellout too.
Yeah. You've seen this program from afar, but now getting in here, what have been some of the things that you said, hey, man, I didn't know quite what I was getting into?
Man, I wouldn't say I wouldn't know what I was getting into because I feel like the coaches did a good job of explaining how everything was going to be before I got here. But it's just like the details that it really takes to win, like everything matters from on the court to off the court. So like just pinpointing certain details that we need.
I think one thing that you told me the other day when we were asking when can we set this up was you're a captain now.
Yeah.
And this is the first time you even received votes to be a captain, man. Like I know being one of the guys who come back and have been here for a while, that's something that says a lot. But you and I, y'all came in together, y'all have been through all the ups. Y'all seen some interesting times, and y'all had to sit and watch some. And you have some guys now in the same situation. As a leader, how do you help those guys get through?
First, leading by example. I can't just be out there telling them what to do, and I'm not doing it on my own time. So just leading by example, trying to be vocal. And as far as like the young guys, just helping them understand the game a little better. You know, college is way different than high school, different speeds, different physicality. So it's just showing them the right way, everything that I've seen so far.
Hey, listen, you got some guys as well from the 804 area getting here. How big of a recruiting tool is it for you to try to get guys from where you're from home, back home here?
I think it's big because it's like, it's a chemistry that we already have when we first get here. And then it's like, if you know, like we got a lot of Virginia guys on the team. We all close, we probably all play AAU together back in the day and all that. Like, so we've been knowing each other for years. So once you get on a team with that, it's like, it just clicked. Like you just want to win so bad because we done built up from years. So
Your state player of the year at Verona, played a lot of big basketball games at Verona, won a state championship, I believe. What's some of those things that you took from high school to now this place, because you were able to handle the ball, didn't have to. That was a pretty good team in Verona, but you come and now you're showcasing all of your abilities. How has that opened up doors for you?
I just feel like I carried my confidence over from high school. I was real confident in high school. I didn't feel like anybody would do anything with me. I was probably the best in the state at the time, I felt like. So just having that same motivation, that same confidence, that's what I need.
One thing I know is any game I go to, I can look in the stands and I can see a guy that looks just like you. Doesn't matter where we are. Family's huge for you, and I know your dad was telling me one day, like, yo, this is my family. It just kept on going. How big is family for you, especially in your final year of school?
Yeah, it's everything. I already know, especially at the VCU game. Obviously, I'm gonna have a lot of people there, a lot of family members support me. But it's really just keep me going. I'm not really like a social person that got a lot of friends and everything, but the people that I am, I'm tight with. So just hearing from my family, knowing that they still there supporting me, want to see me do good, it just keep me motivated.
Hey man, like you've been through we won in the NCAA tournament game. You've been to, again, 4 championship games. I know it's important. You won back championships too, right? I know it's important to always end on the right way. I know you were in that locker room with Joe. You were in that locker room with Bankston when it didn't go the way they wanted to go. What feeling did they give you this year?
Rage almost. Like I've been waiting to get back since that game for real. Like, you know, we've been practicing. We did have our first scrimmage, but we've been practicing against each other, so I just been fiending to get on the court to play against somebody else so we can take all that anger out.
The game starts real soon. Not too far out, but I think that you guys are really coming together at a good time. I know Coach Jones said that this has been probably the least amount of practices in a row where he hasn't had to go Coach Jones on.
Yeah, it's been looking good. You know, the chemistry's starting to get there. Early on in the offseason, we didn't have all our guys here. We had COVID come late, we had a few injuries, and now we still without Rail, but for the most part, we got all our guys together, so now we're starting to click.
A deeper team this year, probably done a little bit more. You were last year. It's going to be a team by committee this year. Everybody's going to have to be a star in their own role. As Coach Jones says, what's going to be the biggest thing to do for your team to get over that hump?
Just trusting the coaches for real. I feel like trusting their game plan and being willing to go out and execute it. I mean, like everybody can't be worried about individual goals and all that because you never go down like that. If the team win, then you're going to get your individual goals.
Tyrese Jenkins, the old man. It's sounding wiser beyond his years. Thank you, Tyrese, man. Always a pleasure to have a conversation with you again. It's the Spartan Spotlight 5, and number 5 did a good job with us. Thank you, Tyrese, and we'll see you next time here on the Spartan Spotlight.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Also, the Redbirds have a list. These goals in the first half of this game, so you're going to make all the strings, trying to see some transaction games in between separate two teams. And as a reminder, Norfolk State visits 2 consecutive free throws, 90 seconds back to the line of the last 5 minutes of the second half. Everything's fair, and then the goals in the blue line, but it is something that comes in the long-term lives.
Set to start the second half. Thank you for joining us here in Normal, Illinois. We thank Tyrese as well for his time on the Spartan Spotlight. As NSU will get set in a few days to travel for their New York swing. In a few days, the Spartans will be at Stony Brook and then travel up to Horton. And just a So, again, the Spartans will stay on the road for the next couple of days, next couple of weeks now that school is out. I want to congratulate one of the basketball managers as they graduated today, Makeda. Has been a basketball manager now for 4 years, and Makeda received her degree today, so congratulations to Makeda and all others who graduated today from Norfolk State University at Joe Eccles Hall as NSU. Leads Illinois State by a score of 27-22. Basketball will belong to Illinois State, now moving from left to right here on your radio dial. Former Illinois State legend Doug Collins is sitting courtside today. As NSU leads it by 5, 27-22. Spartans will bring their starting five back onto the floor. Blayton with 2 fouls, Ings with 2 fouls, Darden with 2 fouls, Medine and Jamari Thomas as Illinois State will have it. Banks looks right side and inside now for Foster. Foster gets to the painted area and fouls will be called. And it's going to be a foul on Kuel Medine. That's his first, team's first. As Illinois State will have it. As Buford looks off and kicks it off. Now gets it back. He gets into the painted area. And a jump ball is going to be called. Protection there was going to favor NSU. Nice down there by Jamari Thomas. Stepping in and making the play. As the Spartans now lead by 5. Billy will handle the offense for the Spartans. Had a very cold first half as Medine has it left wing. Medine dribbles off to Darden. Darden drives with right hand, goes behind his back, kicks off Medine in the corner. Medine looks to drive the baseline, backs his way in. Picks up his dribble, kicks it off to Ings with 9 on the shot clock. Ball screen coming. Billy puts it to the painted area, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to the hands of Buford. Buford kicks off his bank. Banks now with 8. And the Spartans now lead by 3, 27-24. Here's Thomas. Looks off for Blayton. Medine. Ding gets it off to Ings, top of the key. Billy swings it. And now gets it back. And the foul's going to be called. He's going to go against Poindexter. He picks up his second. As the Ding will inbound. Gets it into Blayton. Blayton finds Ings. Ings gets it off to Thomas. Right wing, Thomas working. Looks inside for Blayton. Blayton turns. And moves it all the way out. And turnover number 7 for NSU as the Spartans now leading by 3, 27-24 as Banks will bring it into the front court. Banks working. Looks for a ball screen, gets it. As a travel, should have been called. Here's a drive, going to the basket. Here's Buford. He lays up. Buford now has 4. As we have an injured Spartan. Harden is down. For NSU. Is Harden favoring his right hip. As he walks by the table. It's a 1-point lead for NSU, 27-26. Layups in the painted area. As Thomas looks off to B-Tran, top of the key. B-Tran looks for ball screen, gets it. Bump, puts up the floater, no good. Rebound snatched away by B-Tran. Puts up the floater up, no good. Tip, no good. Layton comes down with the rebound, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped out to Billy. Billy with the floater, it's up, and it is good. For Billy, that's his first basket, and the Spartans up by 3, 29-26. Back quickly comes Banks. Banks gets it off to Foster. Foster gets the ball poked away from him. He still has it. Double team now, and he loses it out of bounds. Turnover for the Redbirds. As NSU brings the ball into the front court. Billy, after the Spartans saw the Redbirds score the first 4 points of the second half. Ding brings the ball into the front court, gets it off to Medink, working on the baseline. Ding backing his way in, gets it off to Philly. Philly open for 3 on the way up. It's good! He's fouled! Philly has the last 5 for NSU. They gave the foul there to Darius Buford. That's his third. And the Spartans quickly back up by 6. As Kinzinger will check in. As Ings toes the line for one shot. It's up and good. Billy had 6 points. All 6 coming here to start the second half. And the Spartans up by 7, 33-26. Back quickly, here's Banks. Banks working left wing. Kicks it off to Kinzinger. Back to Banks, top of the key. Back to Kinzinger. Steps into a 3 on the way up. It's way short. Rebound comes down to B-Tran. Might have been blocked as well as B-Tran comes back the other way. Kicks off to Ings. Ings. Thomas in the middle of the plate. Back to Thomas. Thomas fires the 3. It's on the way up. No good. Rebound fought for. We're going to have a foul call. And it's going to go against NSU. It's going to go against Blayton. That's his third. As Isaiah Chambers will check in. As Blayton picks up his third. As the inbound pass comes to Banks. Banks will bring it into the front court. He's picked up. Blayton, and Banks has it. Drives. Kicks it out. Here's a drive by Poindexter. Back to Banks. Banks back to Poindexter. Back to Banks. 8 on the shot clock. 16-10 left to go here in the second half. Here's a jumper by Banks. It's on the way up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Thomas. Thomas, the push. Gives it off to Ings. Ings saves it in, but he saves it right into the hands of Lewis. And Billy kicks the ball out of bounds. Timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 33-26 is your score. NSU with the lead here with 15:56 left to go in the second half. You're listening to NSU Basketball on NSU Sports Network. the second half, Norfolk State leading at 33-26 after the turnover. Illinois State will have the basketball, fresh to second count. Poindexter get it in to Banks. Banks will bring it in across the timeline. Swings it off to Poindexter. Poindexter, look inside. Here's a layup by Foster. A wide rebound comes down to Thomas backside. 33-26 your score. Norfolk State with the lead by 7 as Ings brings the ball to the front court. Works, looks off for Chambers. Chambers back to Philly. Philly looks to drive the baseline. Cut off, spins, puts it up, and it's taken away by the Redbirds. Kinzinger kicks it off. The Poindexter turns. Hits it off to Kinzinger. He fires the three. It's up and no good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be a foul call on the rebound. It's going to be the third on the date. Jenkins will check in from a ding. As inbounds pass will come to Lewis. Lewis will swing it off. There's another three open and good. Spartans now lead by 4, 33-29, 14-50 left to go here in the second half. The basketball, here's Tyrese Jenkins. Jenkins gives it off to Chambers. Chambers dribbles it off to Philly. Philly top of the key. Kicks it to Jenkins. He spots up three on the way for him. No good. Rebound comes down to Kinzinger. Kinzinger quickly up the floor. Kicks off the Poindexter. Three in transition on the way up. No good. Rebound off for. Foul's going to go against Tyrese Jenkins. That's his first team's fourth. As the Redbirds will inbound. Baseline out of bounds. As the inbounds pass. Swung off to Poindexter. Poindexter kicks out to Kinzinger. He's doubled in the corner. Swings it back. Here's Banks. Banks looks off for Foster. Foster turns. Gets it to the paint area. Loses on the way up. Taken away by Isaiah Chambers. Here's Thomas. Thomas. Work, crosses over, pulls up, jumper from the elbow, good, and he's fouled. Thomas now with 14, and with 14:06 left to go, the Spartans lead 35-29. Foul's going to go against Kinzinger. That's going to be his third. And the Spartans now lead 35-29. As Thomas will have one free throw. As the free throw's up and good. Thomas has 15. As the Spartans now open up a 36-29 lead. With the basketball is Foster. Dribbles through traffic, looks off, gets it out to Kinzinger. Double team comes as the ball's inserted inside for Foster. Foster double team, tries to split it, kicks up top to Buford. He's open, three on the way for him, is up short. Rebound pulled down by Foster. Foster. Lewis, he puts it up and good. He slammed it home, and a technical foul will be called on Lewis as he slammed it. As he snapped the glass. And we'll see three points coming from Jamari Thomas. It'll be one shot. Thomas. Spartans lead by 5. 36-31. Thomas gets the free throw up, and it is good. It's a one-shot technical. As NSU will have the basketball with 13:34 left to go. Tate checks in for the first time tonight. With the Spartan lead at 6, 37-31. And Thomas brings the ball to the front court. With it, right side looks off for B-Tran. B-Tran turns the corner, puts up the floater up, no good. Rebound fought for, and foul will be called on B-Tran. That's his second. And with 13-16 left to go. That's the 15th foul on the Spartans. As Banks has it, quick double team. Working in, kicks it off to Buford. Buford puts up the floater in lane, up and a 6 for Buford and a 4-point lead now for the Spartans, 37-33. 12:50 to go here in the second half. Thomas has it, in big court. Looking for a foul, can't get it. Thomas picks off the Jenkins with 8 on the shot clock. Back to Thomas. 5 on the shot clock now. Guys with the left hand. Pulls up the floor with the 3. Up no good. And it should be. Coach Jones thinking it was a 3. And Thomas is going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Will shoot 2 with 12:36 left to go here. And at the second half, Thomas puts the first free throw up good. He's got 17. Kinzinger just picked up his 4th foul. As it's a return of Jordan Davis. Second shot coming up for Jamari is up and good. 18 tonight for Jamari, which is his season average. As Davis has it, brings it to the front court, nearly lost it out of bounds. As Banks has it now for the Redbirds. Spartans lead by 6. Banks looking for a ball screen, gets it. Floats it inside, ball nearly taken away. Here's a 3 from Jordan Davis, is blocked out of bounds by Isaiah Chambers with 12:17 left to go here in the second half. Nice defensive rotation there by the Spartans. 11 on the shot clock. As the inbound pass comes to Banks. Banks working right side with 8 on the shot clock. Banks lobs it back door. Jordan Davis. Martin lead by 4 now, 39-35. Thomas will bring it to the front court. Gets to the paint area, kicks out to B-Tran. B-Tran, step back 3 on the way for him. It's up. It's good. Big 3 there for B-Tran. And the Spartans now take a 7-point advantage, 42-35, and 11:45 left to go here in the second half. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to NSU Basketball on the NSU Sports Network. 25 is your score. Norfolk State, 7-point advantage after B-Trey at 3. And Illinois State made a game of it in the second half. Shooting 12 of 26 from the floor. They're still 20 from 3. Banks will inbound the basketball. LSU has outscored Illinois State 15-13 here in the second half. As the Spartans in the zone, Banks gets it off to Davis. Davis back to Banks. Ball screen coming. As Davis has it right wing. The 6 on the shot clock. It's Davis. Davis swings it off. It should be on the floor. Foul's going to go against B-Train. And a timeout's going to be taken as B-Train just picked up his third. As timeout be taken on the floor, media timeout will take it with them. You listen to NSU Basketball and NSU Sports Network. 3 of 4 tonight from the charity strike. First is up and it's short. Second shot's no good as well for Banks. As Tate will check in. Take out, excuse me. Darden will check in. As the inbound pass comes to Foster. Foster gets it off. And a drive for Buford, and a foul's going to be called. Tyree Jenkins is going to pick up the foul. That's his second. As Chris Fields will check in. 2 shots as Buford will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. He's an 80% free throw shooter. That's a 17 foul against Spartans. The first free throw is up and good for Buford. Fields will check in for Jenkins. As Jenkins is okay. Buford will have one more. 11-11 left to go here in the second half. The second shot is up and good. Lead cut to 42-37. As Isaiah Jenkins with the basketball. Hands it off to Thomas. He splits a double, gets it to the paint area. Lays it off the glass. No good. And foul. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Illinois State. 16 on the shot clock. As the inbound pass. It's going to be a foul call. Foul's going to go against Dalton Banks. That's going to be team foul number 5. Darden will trigger the inbound. Darden gets it in to Thomas. Thomas steps through, gets fouled. He'll go for the free throw line for 2 shots. Get that foul to Buford. And that's his 4th. As Thomas goes back to the free throw line for 2 shots. Good. 19 tonight for Jamar. As Buford takes a seat, Kinziger checks in. Spartan lead is 6, 43-37, 10:55 left to go here in the second half. The second shot from Thomas is up and good. 20 tonight for Jamar. No one else has more than 6 for the Spartans. 44-37 is your score. As Amir Steele, Banks has it. In the backcourt, gets a ball kick. Nice job there defensively by Isaiah Jenkins. .46 left to go here in the second half. As the inbound pass comes to Davis. Davis gets it off. And inside now. His turn, puts it up off the glass, and fouls will be called. It's going to go against Darden. Picks up his 3rd as Foster was making his way to the basket. Be an 18 foul against the Spartans. Be a 3rd. Reach. As Foster toes the line for 2. Foster puts the first free throw up, and it's good. 8 tonight for Foster. Poindexter checks back in. And the lead is now 6 for NSU, 44-38. Second shot coming up for Foster. It's on the way up, no good. Rebound, knocked out of bounds. Fields. The basketball is going to stay with Illinois State. As the inbounds pass in the hands of Davis. Davis gets it off to Banks. Banks kicks it off wide open three. It's on the way up, no good. Rebound comes down, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor Illinois State. 10:29 left to go here in the second half. Illinois State will have the basketball again, third crack at it. As there was a push in the back. No call as Davis has it. Davis gets it off to Banks. 14 on the shot clock. Banks drives, gets it off, kicks it off to Davis. Davis pushes off, puts up the floater in the lane. No good. Rebound. That's away by Hurt. His shot doesn't go. Dalton clears the board for the Spartans. Foster had it at the rim, just couldn't get it to fall. As Thomas brings the ball to the front court. 10 minutes to go here in the second half. Here's Thomas. Drives with the right hand, gets into the final area. The foul's going to be called on the floor. And the foul's going to go against Jordan Davis. And we'll see Thomas at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Davis picks up the foul. As Thomas puts the first free throw up and good, give him 21 tonight. And the Spartans now lead 45-38, 9:53 left to go here. And the second half, as Thomas missing the second free throw. Horton claims the board for Illinois State. Gets it off to Davis. Davis, back to Banks. Banks looks for a ball screen, gets it. As it drives, kicks it off the point. So he drives the baseline, ball's going to be stolen away by Jelani Darden. Darden looks inside for Chambers. Chambers backs his way in, kicks it out to Fields. Fields puts up the floater in the lane short. Rebound comes down to Banks. Banks looks to drive. Gets a ball screen. Hands it off to Poindexter. Poindexter gets it off to Blazinski with 13 on the shot clock. Here's a drive by Poindexter. Kicks into the corner. Here's a drive, and a foul will be called on Chris Fields. 8:59 left to go here in the second half. We'll see a 1-and-1 coming from Illinois State. As Lewis will check in. As we'll see Banks at the free throw line for 1-and-1. The first free throw's up and good. Got 9, and the Spartans now lead by 6, 45-39. Banks is line for a second. It's on the way up, and it's good. First double-digit score for the Redbirds is Dalton Banks. He has 10. He averages 11. The Spartan lead is 5, 45-40. And we have a foul call. It's first, and we'll see another 1-1 coming for Spence will check in. For Illinois State. Thomas back at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. One end is up, and it's good for Jamar. 22 tonight for Jamar Thomas. The Spartan lead is back up to 6, 46-40. 8:50 left to go here in the second half as Thomas puts the second free throw up. It's short. Rebound pulled down by Lewis. Lewis gets it off the Banks. Banks gets into the front court. Kicks it off to Davis. Back to Banks. For 15 on the shot clock. Here's Poindexter. Poindexter finds Pence. Back to Poindexter. Kicks it out. Wide open three from Davis. Is up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Darden. 46-40 is your score. As Norfolk State leads by 6. Darden bringing it to the front court. Darden looks off the top. He's working left wing, and the foul's going to be called on Davis. And we'll see another 1-and-1 coming with Jamar Thomas. As Buford gets set to check in. Officials are going to handle some the sideline. Officials are handling an issue that players on the side with some fans on the sideline. sitting courtside as the game has been stopped momentarily. Coaches will be assessed technical foul as well. The officials have handled the situation. We'll see this really works out. It was a term used from the sideline that we do not condone, neither do we appreciate here. And I'm sure it doesn't. The officials still Redbird staff. Thomas. Have 1-1. Down 8-11. 23 points tonight for Thomas. Good. 24 for Thomas. It's an 8-point lead for Norfolk State. 48-40 is your score. Banks looks into the middle floor. Finds Buford. Buford lays out the glass. No good. A foul's going to be called. And it's going to go against Leighton. That's going to be his fourth. Isaiah Chambers will get off the bench for him as Buford goes to the free throw line for two. The first is up and good. 9 points for Buford. Second shot coming up. For Buford, it's on the way. It's up and good. Buford in double figures. He has 10 now. He averages 11. Short lead is 6, 48-42, 8 minutes to go here in the second half. Basketball here is Thomas. Gets off of D-Tran. D-Tran gets to the elbow, kicks it back to Thomas with 14 on the shot left. D-Tran working, steps into a 3 on the way. It's up. It's good. D-Tran with his second 3, he's got 8. And the Spartans now up by 9, 51-42. Back into the front court. He's looking to be aggressive with 4 fouls. Banks gets it off to a driving Poindexter gets the screen, lays it up and in. Thomas goes back into the front court to a force of moves. Looks inside for Medine, who can handle it. Left to go here in the second half. This is NSU basketball. NSU Sports Network. Illinois State by 7. 51-44 as NSU again pick up full court. Banks with the basketball, goes left. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it off, now gets it back. Banks working right side. As Poindexter looks off for a driving Banks. Banks back up top to Poindexter. Poindexter in the corner. Getting into the point area was Buford. Buford had to get a shot off, and Lewis can't do it, and a shot clock violation against the Redbirds. Takes a seat. Ings checks back in for the Spartans. And Ings will handle the offense for NSU, leading 51-44. 6:25 left to go here in the second half. Here's Ings. Kicks it off to Meding. Back to Ings. Here's B-Tran. B-Tran, top of the key, drives with the right hand. Puts it up off the glass. And good. B-Tran in double figures now. He has 10. Spartans lead by 9, 53-44. As Banks back into the front court, working right side. 19 on the shot clock, 6 minutes to go here in the second half. Here's Banks working on Philly. Gets into the painted area, kicks it out. Here's a drive by Poindexter. Poindexter gets his man there, gets a shot blocked by Meding. Back-to-back blocks on Redbirds by Meding with 4.2 seconds to go here on the shot clock. Inbound pass comes inside. Here's where he gets a shot blocked. And the shot. Actually going to call a foul. He's going to go against Isaiah Chambers. They say he got a Foster on the head as he went up for the shot. And we'll see 2 free throws coming from Foster. .5:42 left to go. Foster will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Foster toes the line. Puts the first up and good. 9 points for Foster. 7 of them have come from the free throw line. Foster at the line for the second. It's on the way up, and it is good. 10 points tonight from Foster. And the Redbirds now trailing by 7 again, 53-46. Back comes Philly. Gets it off to Thomas. Thomas looks off. Ball's going to be taken away. And nearly lost as Thomas works near midcourt with 5:24 left to go here in the second half. Thomas with 8 on the shot clock. Looks inside for Isaiah Chambers. His shot blocked. Chambers came down with the rebound. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by NSU. 5:14 left to go here in the second half. Spartan lead is 7, 53-46. Banks will handle the offense. Banks with it. Looking for a ball screen, gets it. Kicks it off to Poindexter. Poindexter working left side. Spartans in the zone. As Banks looks short corner. Here's a drop Foster. He's going to be fouled as he goes to the basket. Thomas is going to pick up that foul. That's his first. We'll see 2 more free throws coming from Miles Foster. Foster will have 2. Just knocked in a pair. First is up and it's good. 11 points tonight for Foster. The lead is now 6 for Norfolk State, 53-47. 4:54 left to go. Points for Foster. 7 Second shot coming up. It's on the way up, and it is no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Ings. Ings quickly up the left-hand side of the floor. And the Spartans will reset the offense, leading by 6. Here's the ding. Hands it off to Ings. Ings to B-Tran. B-Tran looks to turn the corner. Drives to the left hand. Spins. Puts up the floater up. No good. Rebound. Caught for and in the hands of Buford. Buford looks to push. Goes to the basket. The shot's up. No good. The foul will be called on the ding with 4:26 left to go. We'll see 2 more free throws on Buford. The ding picks up his 4th. Well, third foul on the ding. Buford control the line. Puts the first up, and it's no good. Lead remains at 6 for NSU. As Ladd will check in, replacing Isaiah Chambers. Buford at the line for a second, looking to make it a 5-point ball game. Second shot is up and good. 11 for Buford. That's his season average. And the Spartan lead is 5:53-48. Looks off. Next move skip on the way up, and it's going to be Norfolk State basketball. Spartans will have the basketball at the turnover for NSU. The 14th turnover of the ball game. Check that, 12th turnover of the ball game. Jamar Thomas working left side, drives. Gets cut off with 14 on the shot clock, gets into the paint area, puts up the floater up, no good. Rebound comes down the lane, that needs to get fouled. And with 3:53 left to go here in the second half. Foster will pick up the foul. We'll see free throws coming in from Bladen when we come back with this timeout. NSU leading 53-48. You can take the timeout on the NSU Sports Network. Here in Normal, Illinois, the score right now is 53-48. 3:53 remaining here in the second half. As the Spartans will be shooting free throws as we come back from this timeout. Ings, Clayton, Maddie, Thomas and B-Tran will lead the 5 on the floor. For NSU. Layton will have 2. Started off the game solid, but foul trouble has hit everyone for NSU. Except Christian Ings and Jamar Thomas. Redbirds will get it with 3:52 left to go in the second half, leading by 5. 53-48 is your score. Norfolk State with the lead. As the lob comes to Bladen, he misses the layup. Rebound, pull down by Foster. Kaczynski brings the ball into the front court. He looks right wing for Buford. Buford gets it back to Kaczynski. Kaczynski finds Foster. Foster to Banks. Banks kicks it out. Here's a three coming from Lewis. It's up and short. Rebound comes down to Medine. 3:20 left to go here in the second half. Norfolk State will have the basketball. As Thomas gets it off to Ings. Ings looks off to Maddie. Medine looks back for the ball's going to be kicked. As with 3:06 left to go in the second half, we'll see Ings hold. Their midcourt kicks off the Bladen. Bladen gets it off to Betran. Betran finds Thomas with 9 on the shot clock. Thomas looks for a ball screen, gets it. Top of the key, working on Foster inside for Bladen. Bladen turns, and travel with violation. State. Inbound, trailing by 5. Banks will bring it into the front court, 2:45. Left to go here in the second half. Here's Banks. Looks to work on Philly. Pulls up, baseline jumper on the way up, no good. Thomas clears the board for the Spartans. The basketball's in the hands now of Thomas with 17 on the shot clock, 2:20 left to go in the second half. Thomas looking to work, kicks it off to Maddie. Here's B-Train with 8 on the shot clock. Working, looks for a ball screen, gets it with 4. Steps into a 3, it's on the way, it's up, it's short. Rebound comes down to Banks. Banks to Buford. Buford transition 3 on the way up, no good. Rebound comes back to Thomas. Under 2 minutes to go. Thomas brings the ball into the front court. Thomas working with 15 on the shot clock. 1:45 left to go. Thomas looks for a ball screen, gets it. Drives with the right hand. Locks it up. Bladen, he'll slam it down with 2 on the alley-oop. 6 for Bladen, and the Spartans now with 1:30, leading by 7, 55-48. With the basketball now, here's Foster. Kicks it backside. Kaczynski finds the 3. Kinzinger actually with the 3. He's got 6. And the Spartan lead is 4, 55-51. With 1:17 left to go here in the second half. 30-second timeout taken by Illinois State. Corner 3 for 6 points. He's hit 2 of 3 3-pointers today for Illinois State. 1:17 left here in the second half. It's going to be double bonus for both teams. If I'm not mistaken, Illinois State with 1 timeout remaining. Norfolk State with 2. And basketball will belong to NSU. And the Redbirds will pick up full court. Inbound pass comes to Ings. Ings will bring it to the front court. With 20 on the shot clock now. 1:10 left to go here in the second half. Here's Thomas with the basketball right wing. Gets a ball screen, looks to work. Gets into the painted area, push. Puts the shot up and good, and he's fouled. Thomas now with 25. And a foul's going to be called. NSU gets this one. And we'll see. 5 fouls on. And the foul's going to go against Foster. With 1 minute to go, the Spartans leading by 6. Miles will take a seat with 11 points tonight. 1 of 4 shooting, 9 of 12 from the free throw line. He had 10 rebounds. Mari at the line looking to complete the 3-point play, and he does. 27 for Jamari. And the Spartans now lead 58-51, a 7-point lead with 56 seconds to go. Banks with it. He looks to drive, kicks it out. Here's another three from Kaczynski. Pick up the foul. That's his field. He'll have to take the seat. Ginsberg at 9. They'll go to the free throw line for 1. Jenkins will check in. And Jenkins will have 1 free throw. The lead is 4 for NSU, 58-54. So, again, make it a 1-possession ball game if Kinzinger makes the free throw. The free throw's on the way up and good. It is a 3-point lead. Kinzinger now with 10. Horton now lead 58-55. Philly gets directing traffic with 15 on the shot clock, gets it off to Thomas. Thomas backing his way down. Steps in, puts up the shot to paint, and here it's up and good. 29 for Jamari Thomas, and the Spartan lead is 5 with under 30 to go. Back quickly. Here's Poindexter. He gets into the paint there. He kicks it out. There's his deep left up. Spartans now lead by 1, and a foul's going to be called. And going to the free throw line for 2 shots is going to be Jamari Thomas. It's a 2-point lead for the Spartans, 60-58. 2 free throws now coming from Jamari Thomas. And Jamari Thomas goes to the free throw line for 2 shots. .1 to go. Good. Give him 30. Career high in the Spartan uniform. 1 more coming for Jamari. Jamari Thompson on the line for his second. It's on the way up and good. He's got 31. And NSU now leading by 4. Here's Banks. Gets it off to Kinsey. Rebound number 3. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, fought for. Jump ball's going to be called. Possession arrow is going to favor NSU with 3.8 seconds to go. And Spartans will have it. As Tyrese Jenkins will trigger the inbound, gets it into B-Tran. He's open, goes to the basket. He's going to lose it on the way up. And he'll be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. .8 left to go. We'll see B-Tran at the free throw line for 2 more. B-Tran will toe the line. The first is on the way up, and it's good. B-Tran has 11. Second shot coming up for B-Tran. 2.8 left. B-Tran puts the second free throw up, and it's good. As Banks will get it. And the traveling violation is going to be called. Basketball is going to go back over to NSU. And with 0.4 seconds to go, NSU will win this one. Final score is going to be 64-58. And we'll take timeouts on that. The Spartan Partners Post Game Show. This is NSU basketball, NSU Sports Network. This is NSU basketball, NSU Sports Network. To the NSU Sports Network post-game show. We're also going to be joined by Rob Jones. See if you're a little bit better now. We're also going to be joined by Coach Jones. 64-58, your final score, no matter which way it gets done. It was tough. Again, finishing ball games is going to be something you talk about, but this showed grit tonight.
No, it showed grit. I mean, it's a raucous environment. This is what college basketball is about right here. You know, it's a packed house. Shout out to all the Illinois State fans that came to see us, and it was a good environment, packed environment.
And then there's two things. People are going to ask what happened. Something was said that shouldn't have been said, and I think one thing that you're going to fight for the players. We understand that.
Damn right.
We understand that. We just have to.
Thanks.
We did a good job after that when things could have gone a bad way, when things could have gone a different way. We did a good job of controlling the crowd again. Second straight ball game in a raucous environment, but we did a good job of controlling.
I mean, we did a good job. We controlled the game the whole game. We won 38 minutes, 46 seconds with the lead. That's tremendous in an environment like this. So kudos to my guys. They came to play. On to the next.
Yep, and get on the road again. We talked about winning big ball games and playing solid basketball defensively again. 58 points, holding them up to 58 points. But the thing was, 16-51, we held them to 31% shooting.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we want to do. I would like us to shoot a little better, but second half we did shoot a little better, but still not the clip that we wanted. But Jamari Thomas made some big shots down the stretch. I mean, when guys like Tyrese got hurt, B-Tran was hurt, Philly was there, and then Tyrese got hurt too. He put the team on his back, and man, credit to that guy.
And again, we talked about everybody's going to have to play a part.
Yeah, everybody. And play a part.
And we saw it tonight. Everybody's going to play a part. Well, Jamari was the guy who led us tonight. 31.6 rebounds, 4 assists, but the biggest thing, 11 fouls drawn.
Yeah. Now little guy's got an uncanny way of drawing fouls. So he's probably the best at it that I've seen so far. So.
And kudos to him. Kudos to you, Coach.
Yeah.
We get back to Norfolk early in the morning. Congratulations on the win. That's Coach Rob Jones here. The final score: Norfolk State wins it 64-58. The final scoring for you: 31 points for Jamari Thomas, 12 for Alan B-Tran, 6 for Tyrese Jenkins, Christian Ings, and Tyrell Blayton. 1 for Meding and 2 for Isaiah Chambers. That's the scoring for Norfolk State. 18 of 50 from the floor, 7 of 19 from deep. 6 of 16 of 51 for Illinois State for 31%. 13 for Kinzinger, and they came in a flurry. 11 for Buford, 10 for Banks, 11 for Foster, 3 for Lewis, and Poindexter had 6. The Spartans forced 17 turnovers tonight and scored 16 points off of those turnovers. Norfolk State gets set to travel to New York now after they get back from this trip on tomorrow morning. Thank you for listening here tonight as the Spartans win it. The Spartans win it here on the NSU Sports Network. Your final score is going to be Norfolk State 64, Illinois State 58. You've been listening to NSU